Here we are, bright and early. Another day, another orchard. Hey Mike, you see that boat up there?
Yeah.
Not for long. Look at this. All right, another one of my solutions here. Neighbor has a little storage area, which is fine. Everybody needs that. But you know, if you could screen it, all the better. So we're gonna have a whole green wall here of trees. Are you a bit worried, Mike?
Am I worried? No. I'm happy.
You're not worried about gaining a bunch of weight?
No.
These things are fattening.
I know, but I
mean, look at me. Look at it's hard not to just eat 2, 3, 4 a day once they come, you know?
Yeah, we'll be generous once we start getting it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you want me to give you the rundown on what's what?
Yeah.
All right. So that there is Jim Bacon, which I'm pretty sure is the offspring of bacon up there.
Okay.
Which doesn't taste like bacon, sadly. Sorry. That's the name of the guy who did it, who made it. Here we have Lamb Haas. Jim Bacon's a B, Bacon's a B, and Lamb Haas is an A. So they're gonna make sweet love in this little triangle of sweet love.
Carter.
Polyamorous trees here.
Carter,
you're gonna wreck my trees.
Hey, come here.
If you wanted to dig, you should have done it before I planted,
Carter.
not after. Hey!
Carter, stop it.
Besides Carter, tell me the other ways avocados can die, Mike, so we can educate the public.
They can die?
Or get not do so well.
No, if you don't water them.
That's right. Or if you water them too much. Hey, buddy!
Carter.
This is not how we do it. I guess they're going to get caged today, right?
Yeah.
By others. Yeah, just have them kind of pack the soil real good when it dries up a little bit more, and do a final check on the soil before they cage it, you know,
okay.
If he digs a little bit. Okay, so and what happens if the sun blasts the tree where there's no foliage?
Well, it's gonna
get better lighting.
Sunburn the tree.
It's gonna sunburn the tree.
Yeah.
We don't want that. Look, we can even see some sunburn probably on this one. Oh, maybe not. Maybe a little bit right there. No, not so much. But yeah, so we're gonna paint all this white everywhere, all along here. We're gonna lock you up and throw away the key, Carter, if you keep this up. I know it's fun. Mike just spent a whole bunch of money though. All right, stick with the stick, please. Okay, now back on point. You've got your reed over here. That's an A. And then you've got your, come on, Gary, Mexicola there. And you've got your Zutano. I will tell you, you'll be able to watch this on YouTube for the rest of your life every time you wonder, like, when should I pick them? So, first of all, let's start with the earliest one. Your Mexicola, you're going to be picking that one from probably September 15th until about maybe December 1st. Okay, that's the first one, too. They all, look at this. You're actually getting an early flowering on this one. Maybe you'll get some earlier fruit, so we'll see. But typically they all flower. Right now it's November, late November, and they typically flower in April and May. Okay. When they set fruit, you'll be able to see them in about June, little baby fruit all over it. They'll drop a whole bunch of it because they can't carry all that fruit. And you really don't want trees to have, at this size, to have more than 3 or 4 or 5 fruit anyway. And then proportionally as they get older. Otherwise, they zap the energy from the tree of growth. So the next up in the lineup after Mexicola finishes up, and remember, like on December 1st, you're gonna have a little bit of a drought of avocados for a month or two.
Okay.
So you want to take those things and put them in the refrigerator. You can hold them there for like a month or two. Cold storm. They're not as good, but they're still okay. Then the next one that comes up is Jim Bacon. He's gonna be fruiting from like January till about June if you're lucky. Okay. Then the next one, and that one turns red. It's beautiful. You can eat the skin. You can eat the skin on all 3 of these. Wow. Thin skin. They're good. This one especially because it's
sort of like the kumquat you planted for me.
Right. And then you've got bacon here. Bacon. No, Carter. There's nothing in there for you.
Come here.
You're a carnivore. Bacon over here, is going to give you fruit from like February into July.
Wow.
So a little bit delayed after Jim Bacon.
Sweet.
And that one's really, really, really good. Well, they're all really, really good for different reasons. So then what happens next? Then your Lamb Haas, you'll probably be picking that one starting in about May, following a whole year after fruiting. So like 13 months. You get it?
Okay.
So this is a future thing. Okay. And then that one you could probably pick until October or so before they fall off. And then the last one of all is the most tropical. It's Reed. You'll probably be picking this thing starting in June, going all the way until December. So you should have overlap all the time. Some years you won't have any on one tree. At the same time of year, you'll have same season, you'll have one tree loaded, the other one with none, sometimes a few. So this is a really good solution to get a whole bunch of different ones to pollinate each other, to maximize production, and to give you some variety, and to have avocados, an attempt to have avocados all year so you're the most popular guy on the street. Any last words?
When will I get my first avocados? Well, there's one on one of the trees, right?
Some people don't believe me. Are these things really going to fruit?
Yeah.
Well, sometimes they come with fruit. How's that? Look at that. How's that? Look at that big monster right there. That's a Zutano. We didn't talk about Zutano. Zutano is pretty much paralleling bacon in its fruiting seasonality. That's going to be from February all the way until probably June. And then again, this is probably the most important tree to paint because you can see it's exposed. The least important one to paint is the reed because the leaves are fully covering it. Unless
So I plant the main trunk.
just paint everything.
Okay.
Yeah, except the leaves. Everything except the leaves.
Okay.
Make it look goofy. You like the lifeguard that sits up there with a big, funny-looking white nose?
That's it.
Just a funny-looking Spicoli kind of nose. That's what you want on these trees. Okay, and that's really important, especially in summer, but important all year, really. You're on a south-facing slope, southwest, catches tons of heat, and everything should do perfectly well here. Lots of good air circulation. And if these trees were down in the valley below, they may have problems, but I think up here, you know, you're growing a lime successfully after all these years. So you've got the perfect microclimate. This is probably just like that court down there
Yeah.
is probably maybe a little bit too cold for these trees. But you're just high enough above that where all the cold air sinks down there and then it runs out that street. And so this is a real beneficial zone. It gets a little better as the thermal layers ascend the hill. All right, that's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Remember, don't let Carter pick this fruit until February.
Okay.
You got it, Carter? Carter, you got it? You got it? You know the rules? Those are the rules. You can't break the rules. Mike, remember you paid me all that money 20 years ago to come up with all these great ideas for your garden?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you another one of those for free, another good idea.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Sure.
You want to sit down? It might blow you away. You don't have to sit down. It's probably okay. That big stump up here,
Yes.
you see this big stump?
Yeah.
Why don't you get a bunch of 2x12s and build a really cool bench / table on this thing. It's a perfect spot to sit up above the hill, sit amongst all your avocados. And then you build another trail starting over there, a little mini trail coming up all the way to here, splitting these trees and then going back down that way. That's the $1 million free idea. And that's officially the end of the video now. Have a great day.